what are the benefits of environmental education? So 5 benefits which I see is it develops a sustainable lifestyles because humans consume more than what our earth can offer. We have abused the environment for long, and now we are repaying back in terms of shortage of water, soil, and COVID was also a reality check. And also, environmental education encourages healthy lifestyle. It inspires, awe in students, and they respect the teachers who make them, adopt to good environmental practices. And it promotes proactiveness. It makes them think, students think how they can solve, problems. And it encourages their imagination and analytical thinking, because that is more important. Like down the line, so after so many years, they won't remember what a chapter entailed in it, like theoretically. But if you make them do some project practically, they will still use that knowledge, and that is which will give them global skills when they go for higher education, which is very important. And how can we encourage effective learning in natural environment? So we have to make most of the natural environment. We have to put children's play area at center of a green good park, or good green area, so that they can enjoy, they can relate to environment. And we have to collaborate to create environments that work for everyone. Now I see some schools and colleges which have a lot of greenery, and the classes are taking outside the classroom, which makes the children feel happy. Even the teachers feel good in fresh air. So I mean, these practices should be encouraged, and you have to take control of your classroom design. Make sure it is airy and there are windows with plants inside and outside, to not only give fresh air but make children connect to the environment. And you have to discover local opportunities to make the learning real and practical for the students. And what is a sustainable student? Because this term is also now coming up. So examples of areas within sustainable student life are student healthcare, study environment, and equal treatment. A sustainable student life means that your life as a student should be exciting and enriching all throughout your studies. You should not be feeling unwell because of your studies. I see so many students who don't want to go to school because they think there's a lot of pressure of studies, and sitting at one place in the classroom tires them. Even it would tire us also if we put ourselves in their place, that we have to sit in a chair for 8-9 hours. I mean, everybody will get bored and tired. So we have to think of ways where children feel excited to go to school. That, okay, today I will do this project, today I will go to a full field trip. Such practices should be there in school. And what is school sustainability? So simply put, school sustainability means being kind to your campus environment and not depleting natural resources around school grounds. So schools around the country are making sustainability a top priority, with district-wide committees and daily efforts to tackle everything from air quality to consumption and waste. And what activities as an individual can a student undertake to contribute towards a sustainable campus and in turn a sustainable city? So, because I think individuals can make a difference too, provided they know what to do. So here are 5 ways which can make your campus more eco-friendly. So first of all, you should reduce printing by reading on screen. You should go away with so many worksheets and so many papers, and stop buying bottled water. Plastic water bottles should be banned. Either the children get water from their home, which is not in a plastic bottle, or they have an options to buy an eco-friendly water bottle from school. Then you have to reduce, reuse, and recycle resources. Okay, and be smarter with your water usage. I mean, I see small kids, they go to the washroom, open the water, and they just, come out. They're not bothered because they don't know. I mean, they're wasting water or whatever. They have to be made aware that when you're not using the water, just off the this thing, and when you're not using some classroom or something, you should close the lights. If teachers start doing that, of course the children will take a lead, because if teachers don't bother and they just on the lights and move out and the classroom is empty till the next session begins, I mean, the children will see and do the replicate the same. So we have to lead by example. And what intervention can one suggest or do as a student to have a green environment? So you have to recycle more often rather than throwing everything in the trash. Separate your plastic, paper, and metal waste and deposit it in the recycling bin, because not all schools but certain schools and communities are now having different bins for different kind of trash, which is useful. And recycling helps reduce landfill pollution, raw materials, and fossil fuel consumption, and generates a circular economy. And what sustainability projects, I mean, would you like to start at your school? I would say, this for a school to be sustainable and eco-friendlier, you should have active environmental learning, recycling as a craft exercise, classroom composting, then reuse paper. If a worksheet is used, tell them to work on the behind rather than taking a new paper or something like that. Using sustainable IT resources, start a school gardening project, then energy efficiency, and advocate zero waste at school events. And why sustainability is also important not only in schools but college campuses also, because they represent the heart and soul of living in a campus environment. When a campus has a rich portfolio of sustainability initiatives, you are more likely to be exposed to healthier food, community service opportunities, and a creative approach to lifestyle behaviors. Because, as I said, your lifestyle and mindset needs to change too. And schools play an important role in improving the environment, because they could set up a recycling system in the school cafeteria, plant a small organic garden that will produce fresh vegetables for the cafeteria. Children can also support local wildlife and reduce carbon dioxide in the atmosphere by planting trees, shrubs, flowers in the school background. I mean, these are some initiatives that can make, children excited and in turn help in, eco-friendly practices. And why is teaching sustainability important as educators? Because it enables them to develop knowledge, skills, values, and motivations for actions, allowing them to maintain their own well-being and that of their community and the planet in an increasingly interconnected world. And the role of education is very essential in living more sustainably, because education for sustainable development promotes the development of education, skills, understanding, values, and actions required to create a sustainable world, which in turn ensures environmental protection and conservation, and it promotes social equity and encourages economic sustainability. And what is the relationship, you might ask, between education and sustainable development? So education for sustainable development allows every human being to acquire the knowledge, skills, attitudes, and values necessary to shape a sustainable future. Basic education is a key to nations' ability to develop and achieve sustainability targets. And what is sustainability in teaching? So sustainable teaching is the practice of giving students the skills they need for lifelong learning outside of the classroom. We do this through teaching issues of sustainability as well as soft skills such as critical thinking, research, collaboration, design thinking, and presentation skills. And teachers, as you know, we all know, play a very important role, because they can encourage sustainability at all levels. So we should also help teachers collaboratively to have a more sustainable environment. And the school also should support, the leadership team also should support the educators. They should encourage teachers to take breaks from work and to set boundaries, like they will not answer or see emails after 6 p.m. Because I, as an educator, I used to struggle with that emails of parents and from school used to come at all odd hours and I had to respond. But then I worked in a school who had this policy that after 6 p.m. you will not respond to, emails, and you could use the extra time to meditate or have a quiet time every morning, before school and after school, which is, I mean, it helps, because when you support the educators and their well-being, then they also, work productively, and it works, in all ways. So we have to support the educators as well and think for them, have some yoga sessions for the teachers, some meditation centers, sessions for the teachers, have a room in the school, which is a quiet room wherever a teacher in between, classroom periods feel little, overwhelmed, she can come at the quiet place, have some coffee, relax for some time, and then, get recharged and rejuvenated and, go back. So that should be there. And, school sustainability is very important, because sustainable education is future oriented and it focuses on protecting the environments and creating more ecologically and socially just world through informed decisions. And the suggestions I would give to teachers to improve education, I will basically give 7 suggestions, that they have to use ICT tools and digital game-based learning. They have to use the flipped classroom model, encourage cooperative learning, communicate with colleagues, communicate with parents, because it is always a collaborative approach, and create a welcoming environment for the students. And to conclude, I will say, sustainable environment improves the quality of education, because education for sustainable development empowers learners to take informed decisions and responsible actions for environmental integrity, economic viability, and a just society for present and future generations, while respecting the cultural diversity. Yeah, that's from my end. I'm open to questions from your end now.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sonal. Thank you so much for your amazing presentation. Thank you for sharing it with such dedication and such enthusiasm. However, we had some comments from the attendees that if you could have shared your slides, maybe they could have visualized your presentation, and it could have been better for them to soak all that information and knowledge and everything that we've been pouring in. That was amazing. That was amazing. Thank you, Sonal. And yes, everybody, if you have any questions for Sonal, you are requested to please unmute yourself, and you can just ask Sonal questions and she will answer them for you. You're welcome. We do have another 16 minutes for Sonal. So we have a couple of comments for you. Yes, one more message. So Simu Chimba writes, nice session. I think she's tuning in from Zambia. And then Zambia, yes, he's tuning in from Zambia. And then our Jyoti Gupta writes, our students follow with UN SDG goals included in all needs to study. And then Dr. Pratima says, today we have 4 R's for environment care, reduce, reuse, recycle, and recover. And then we have Usman saying, presenter has done justice to the topic.
I'll make a presentation and all, and I'll send it when you post it on your website, you can post the PDF file and the presentation
Yes,
also.
please. Yes, please. You're requested to send all the resources that you would like to offer them, offer all educators, so that they can learn from you, learn from your experiences, learn from your expertise. That would be amazing.